Another thing I've been doing is I've been knitting up a storm with baby clothes. I've just been knitting up a lot of baby clothes, and they're so much faster and so much cheaper than making full-grown adult garments. So it's been a great practice so far. This one is supposed to be a dress. It's one of the patterns I pulled off from the internet somewhere. I'll probably link it or something. Obviously, when I'm hand knitting like these, it's a lot slower, and I do have to take it easy because my joints from my hand, I'm getting like arthritis type of symptoms or carpal tunnel type of symptoms, just because of all the hormones going on during pregnancy, that I can't really push it too hard. Like, in fact, I can't knit that much. Otherwise, I'll get a swollen hand and swollen or like achy joints the next day. And like my left hand will be perfectly fine, but my right hand will be like a little bit swollen. That tells me that I pushed it a little too hard. So if it isn't for hand knitting, I would be doing machine knitting, and my little brother knitting machine is coming in so clutch right now. And I've been getting a lot of practice and use out of them just because like I do have to learn more advanced techniques on it, just because like, you know, I have a whole machine. I should learn how to use it, and I should practice it more. And garment construction on it is more in my practice radar right now, because like when you have baby clothes, I get to like run through all of these like practicing techniques, but then have them scale down and be finished with them much, much faster, just because they're like on a much smaller scale. So taking this opportunity to like learn techniques, like garment knitting techniques that I just didn't ever get to practice or have as much practice, just because like full adult garments just take so much longer, take so much more material. It's just a larger commitment than baby clothes. So right now I'm having a blast learning about different techniques and practicing these different techniques on the knitting machine. It's great. This one I knitted because I was stressed. Like one of my go-to stress relief is knitting garter stitches, like just square rectangle pieces of garter stitches. That's like what I do. That's my coping mechanism. So it's obviously made before I was having these hand issues. I just made out of no reason other than coping with stress and coping with changes and stuff. But I think I might use this as like a changing pad. It could be one of those things where if it gets like dirtied up and used up and pilled up, like it won't matter too much, just because it was like a mindless knitting project for me. So I don't have too much qualms about like having it as a keepsake. And because it's very, very sunny here, I had to make a little sun hat. Like, this is so cute. I had to make a little sun hat. I'm so excited to just like plop this on the baby's head when we go out for a walk, and just, like I'll be wearing the baby, and it's just, oh, it'd be so cute. I am thinking of making an adult size version of this so that the baby and I could be matching, and then I don't know, try to figure out how to make an adult men version of it so that my husband, like we all could be matching, you know, like as a family. But yeah, first the baby one is so cute, so cute. And it has these scallop little lace edging on here. The pattern for this honestly was like kind of freehanding it, as well as some tutorials on YouTube for this scallop edging. And then I kind of went ham on little baby bonnets. So they're not done yet. I just need to add the I-cord edging, or not the I-cord edging, I-cord, what do you call it? Ties for the tie, like down here. And this is just a really cute stitch pattern that I also learned on YouTube. It was like a video on YouTube. When I followed the pattern on the YouTube video, it came out like this, which is, I feel like a preemie size for a preemie baby head. It's really, really small. So I adjusted it to a bigger sized head. This was done by hand. This stitch is not something I could do on the machine, so I had to do it by hand, and I really do love it. It kind of looks like dragon egg shell. Dragon egg shell. I have it in 2 colors for the bigger size. Again, I have to add in the I-cord thing for the tie, and that one I'll probably do it on the machine just because it's like faster and it's easier on the hand. But yeah, look how cute it is. So I have these in 2 different colors. I might make more in different colors, in different sizes. This is the like little, I don't know, maybe I'll use this when it's when the baby is like just freshly born, I guess, and they're in their tiniest times. Maybe I will knit more bonnets in different patterns. I just really like this stitch pattern so much that it's worth knitting it by hand. This one, I made it on the machine. It's a cute little baby pants. This is like the pattern said this was for the newborn size. This has to be blocked, which I haven't done so yet. I'm just waiting on more items to knit up so I could, massively, wash them all at once and then block them all together. But yeah, so this hasn't been blocked yet, and because it was knitted on the machine, it's bound to shrink. So it's going to be smaller after it gets blocked. After it gets blocked, I'll probably go ahead and add some embroidery onto it, like hand embroideries of probably like forest details, either forest or floral or leaf details onto it, and I think that'll just make it extra cute, because right now it's like pretty simple and pretty solid, just one color, one tone. And then this was sort of like a test knit for this pattern. These are from Pearl Soho. So this one is the short version and this is the pants version. This is like the older baby version and this is like newborn version too. So this was kind of like the test knit for the techniques I was using. So this also needs to get blocked so it will shrink a little bit, but yeah, look how cute it is for like the summer as a short for the baby. It's very easy to be made, very simple, and it could be done on the machine as well. And then I have this cute little dress. This is also another pattern from Pearl Soho. I knitted it up to the newborn size, and this is using the linen stitch. So this was done by hand because you can't do the linen stitch on the machine. And I was planning on doing the rest, the bodice or the skirt part on the machine just because it'll be easier to do it, but I decided to do it by hand because, again, mindless knitting. I love doing it, except it did take a toll on my hand. And then I changed up the bottom part to peacoat hem instead of just like more linen stitching on it. I do have to make the buttons in the back. Again, I'm gonna have to block this first and then I'm gonna attach the buttons on. But look how cute and tiny it is. It's so cute. This is definitely gonna be one of those pieces that is like a keepsake, heirloom type of pieces, I guess, because there's no way that the baby's gonna fit in this for a long time. And then this is another pattern from Pearl Soho, and it was supposed to be a bath towel. I didn't realize that it was for a toddler. I thought it was for infants, but it's for a toddler. I did do this on the machine, so I was able to finish this in like few days. It was pretty quick of a knit because I did it on the machine. I did have to adjust the pattern a bit so that it goes to the machine, and I added these color changing details like on the fly. It was more like free whim. I don't know what that word is. My pregnancy brain. It was freehanding it. The design of the stripes are freehanding it basically. It's whatever I felt like when I was doing it on the machine. It was like, oh, I feel like I should switch it up to the beige color. Then I switched it up, and then I was like, oh, I need more pink. Let's do more pink. That's kind of how it went. So This was supposed to be a little hooded, cute bath towel, and I thought it would be for infants, but no, it's for toddlers. So that's why it's actually really, really big. It's pretty heavy too. I feel like for a baby, for like an infant. So this is probably something I will have to wait on using until the baby has enough like motor skills to handle the weight of the fabric. But yeah, this is supposed to be a cotton bath towel. Let me put it on to show you the scale of how big this is. It's definitely a toddler size. Like you could definitely see a toddler running around like after a bath. Put this on them and they'll just like run around. Even though I did translate the schematics of it from hand knitting to machine knitting, so I did have to like take out the whole diagram and like have all the numbers and stuff, it didn't click to me that the size of it would be this big. It didn't click until it was done. I recently bought some cone yarns. These are cotton cone yarns, and I'm excited to knock some projects out, some baby projects out with these. Just because we do live in a hotter climate area, so cotton, like we just need a lot of like summer fabrics. Summer clothing projects are more of a priority. Right now, I took this pattern, this little dress pattern that I'm knitting up by hand. I translated it to a machine pattern, so I did go on to be able to make a little machine swatch with the lace pattern and blocked it so that I could get the gauge. So I went ahead and did all the mathing. It's really hard when you're pregnant to be doing math. Like I had to come across the numbers several times, which is a big improvement from my first trimester when I couldn't even do basic math. Right now it just takes extra effort and extra erasing and extra double checking. So this is kind of like what the math looks like, translating it and stuff. And then this is what the pattern or the lace pattern looks like. It's straight off from the pattern website thing. So translated into machine knit, and this is just so it's easier to read when I have it in front of me on the machine. This is from Hobby. I haven't used it yet, but they were having some like massive clearance sale, so I decided to try out their yarn. So far I like it. Like I like the feel of it. I was worried that it was going to feel like dishcloth material, like dishcloth knitting cotton material, like peaches and cream, like that kind of yarn. No, it's way softer than that. And it's fingering weight, so this is going to match perfectly with my knitting machine. I can't wait to like run it through. I don't have a project in mind for it. Obviously, when I have a project in mind, it's going to have to get translated to machine knitting, so it's like a whole day worth of calculation and translation to it. Another project that I've been working on during my pregnancy was hand spinning or hand plying these spindles, these Russian spindles. Crap, I forgot what these were called. Support spindles. Before I got pregnant, I spun up all of these. It was like 4 ounces of wool. I spun these up on the supported spindle by hand. It took months. It took so long. It took maybe half a year or so. Very, very long. Anyways, they've been sitting around for a bit, and then I decided like to start, like they need to get plied. These need to get plied. So I started hand plying it on the drop spindle, just because drop spindle could carry more weight or more fiber, it could hold more than support spindles. So so I've been practicing my drop spindle, I guess, with the plying aspect of it. I still have a long way to go, but it started hurting my hand, so I had to stop. But once my hands return to normal, I guess, and everything, I'll go back to plying this and eventually I'll probably make some sort of project where I hold it double-stranded with mohair. And I don't know, I'll make something. Like once I figure out how much I have and everything, then I'll figure out a project for it. I don't know whether it be like some sort of lace shawl or a scarf or something. I don't know. But probably not for the baby, because you're not supposed to use anything like mohair or fuzzy for baby wear stuff, just because it could go like up their nose and bother them and stuff. So maybe once they're maybe like a toddler item is something I'll knit up. I guess another project I've been working on, but not really, is my spinning wheel. Is this, oh, this thing of yarn. Oh, I gotta hold it this way. Is this thing of yarn. I have one bobbin done. The other bobbin is still being worked on the wheel, and this is with a practice yarn that I got from Woolery. Like it came with the wheel. I haven't been able to work on the wheel too much. Okay, I love the wheel. I love having the wheel. I love everything about it. I spent so much time and effort on getting this wheel finished. The reason I can't be on the wheel too much is because when I spin on the wheel, I've noticed that the baby just doesn't like the position I'm in. So the baby goes in a funny position. Yeah, the baby fixes itself later on, but like it doesn't seem to like the position I get into when I'm on the wheel. So I just gave up on working on the wheel for this pregnancy, and I will resume back to it postpartum. Yeah, once that bobbin gets done, and I'm going to ply these two together to make, I guess it will be like in the lace weight category of yarns, and then probably knit something up with that. Oh, I almost forgot. So this is another project I'm working on. I'm almost finished. So this was a recycled cashmere yarn that I frogged from a sweater, and it's like this pretty nice lace weight yarn. This is just gonna be like one of these headbands that you fold together and then turn it inside out, and it'll just have like a little knot on the outside. This is like one of the last items I'm working on right now. Obviously I do have more things in mind of making. I do have more yarns, so my plan is just to be making things until the baby gets here, and then once the baby gets here, like I'll probably be making more stuff for the next season of things. According to the camera, that took 2 minutes and 30 seconds basically to get this I-cord done. Amazing. I love knitting machines. It saves my hands so much. Now all I have to do is close up the ends with a tapestry needle like this. Secure it in and then attach it to the little bonnet. Attach this end to the little bonnet basically. This tapestry needle's too big. I need my smaller one. Okay, the end is secured. Now I just have to get this part to the bonnet. I just went and attached the second one, so this one is now complete. So I could put this on the baby and tie the little bow here, and it won't come off the baby. So this is the little bonnet for the baby. So cute. This was 140 rows. So if your future Yura for the other bonnets, go up to 140 rows on the row counter, which means it should be 70 rows or 70 rounds for hand knitting. Ah, it's so cute.